welcome to the foolishness. Starting on Monday morning. So guess what? I'm gonna go to the back and and set up our coffee. I've been brewing it for a good minute, and it looks like a vat of darkness. My concoction, which is mushroom coffee and Bustelo mixed together with some cinnamon. Okay, that's gonna be delicious. I haven't stirred it. Oh, but I've been sitting in. This is a rest area off the turnpike in Florida. It's the first rest area once you get on the turnpike. It was two left, so I was a little nervous because I was running a little bit behind, a little nervous, but I got there. Hey, Crooked, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. How are those chickens? Um, my tomato plant is turning yellow. It might be from lack of water, lack of heat. I didn't um, put the automatic watering on it because it's been raining so much. But now in Georgia, the heat has come, so I had the wife water it down real good. The avocado is loving it. One of my peach trees is not. One of my peach trees is not producing peaches this year, but that was the one where the neighbor's tree slammed on it. But it's growing beautifully. I don't care. I really don't care about the peaches, but it's coming back good. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if peach trees need to be pollinated. Maybe it was never repollinated or something. The other one's got peaches in it, and my little apple tree is trying its best. My little apple tree is trying its best. Um, I'm actually happy you're in the chat. Um, because you know where I'm coming from when I say, yeah, I had a feeling it would. You know, I had a family member. I think I'm probably going to talk about it tomorrow. That is not used to dealing with the loss of anything, and I did the opposite of normally what my father would have done, which is, hey, toughen up and deal with it, blah blah blah. I was very understanding, very caring. You'd be proud of me. Um, and they were hurt, and they blamed themselves for the loss. It was the loss of a friend. They think they lost a friend, and I said, okay, is this someone that you hang out with, or is this someone digital? And he said, no, it's a digital friend, which means that they play video games online. And I mean, he was hurt, and he believed that he got ghosted or whatever. And I I said, look, that person might be going through something. That person might be going through something personal in their personal life, and they don't want to bring it up. and I've got to come up with some talking points um, this weekend when I get home because I said, hey, let's go, let's hang out, and yeah, yeah, and I had a feeling if I said that it's going to, I'm gonna cause more damage than anything else. Yeah, this is a new day and age, and I've got to figure this out. If I'm gonna give some advice, I got to figure this out. If I'm going to figure, you know what I mean? Because you guys, I respect you guys. I respect y'all, and I feel a certain way. Like I know I'm not gonna tell you that I was cheating on my diet yesterday and having some pretzels, stuffed peanut butter stuffed pretzels, and some popcorn. Exactly. That I believe I said it that way in my way, what you just said, and and if they'll come back. If if they are your friends, they'll be back. If not, I don't know if I should say mourn the loss or whatever. You know what I mean? Exactly, exactly. Because the way I was brought up is what the f bomb, f bomb, f bomb. You know, man up, be a man, and what? You know what I mean? No, that's not the way to go about it. And I'm not going to go about it that way. And it broke my heart. It broke my heart, and I was very I was very touched by it because I was like, wow, this is different day and age. Because I've been through so much. I got a wall up. If you don't want to be my friend, deuces. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna beg you. I've done too much. I've spent my life begging too many people to love me or care about me. I'm not gonna beg nobody no more. You know what I'm saying? And I have the senses I have now that I realize what I am being an empath. No, you're not gonna mess up that that. Sorry, I'm taking some stuff here. You're not gonna mess up that peace. You know what I mean? I can't allow that peace. Even though I'm so happy I am in a regular relationship. Even when me and my wife argue, I will stop talking and I'll shut down. And the reason I shut down is because I have Tourette syndrome. I know how to go for the jugular vein when you hurt me. But if I care about you, if I love you, and more, and a matter of fact, if I like you, I'm not gonna hurt your feelings. I'm not going to hurt your feelings. What's the second part? Is that where you can sense something coming? It might be. Um, and it's it's not an easy thing to say to someone, but it needs to be said. Oh boy, I've got it bad. I've got it bad. See, that's why I can't. I can't even. I can't go live on TikTok because I I'm not gentle like I am on YouTube. I'm almost, I'm at the limit. If I really can't comment on people's comments, I'm a troll on TikTok. Because I tell you that. Sorry about that, guys. I lost the connection, so I just went all the way out. I went all the way out and came back. But you know, I it's taken me so long to figure stuff out, and especially when I say, you hurt me or whatever, and I figured out a lot of that messes me. So when I check myself, I correct myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, see. The hard thing about doing a live in Florida at these rest stops, the signal is horrible, and the signal is horrible. And right now I'm drinking some mushroom coffee, so I didn't mix it up correctly, so it's kind of horrendous at this point. Kind of horrendous at this point. Get something on to stir this, um, but I think I'm gonna start talking about that. Oh my God, oh my God, yeah, I need you to come on that live when I talk about that, and I know it, and I don't, I I had to catch myself. I have to catch myself, and I know oh no, especially here's the thing: when you're empathic, you can sense what you know, and because you sense what people say, and you know where their sore spots and feelings, because you feel it in conversations. So when other people start using your words against you, you come back with more words. But being empathic, you say it with the emotions behind it tenfold, and that messes you up. Now I figured out I could say it now without the emotions and straight up logic. The other a week or two ago, me and my wife got into it, and but I took a deep breath, and I took a deep breath and said, "Look, I understand you have some PTSD, and you're taking it out on me, which is not fair and is not right. I need you to stop doing that because I didn't do that to you. You see what I'm saying? I said, now, if I would have come back with a harsher response to counteract what you just said, there would be no forgiveness on my behalf because I said something harsh to you. So please do me a favor. Exactly. Please do me a favor and don't bring out that side of me. There's a side of me that you've never seen because of my healing journey. There's a side of me that you have never seen that I do not. I keep because she says, so every time one of my checks and balances, if I tell you I don't care, I don't care. It's because I told you before. Can we change the subject? Can we do this? Well, you always say you don't care. Actually, I do, but I'm trying to tell you, let it go. Let's move on. Let's stop because it's building up in me. I don't want it to keep building up in me. And I'm telling you, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about that because that is a trigger to me. But I'm saying it in a different way. When I say I don't care, I actually do care. I care too much. Let's not talk about that. That is a trigger. I have triggers that I've found out, I figured out, and when my heart starts racing, there's a trigger. It was initiated or it's coming. Do you see what I'm saying? And you keep on going with it. Oh, I want you to hear me. I heard you. Well, I ain't gonna say that. A garden tool? Yes, I'll say. And I know you are, because I've sensed that when we was spoken, and you said, "Look, I done been through this. I'm not going that route. I'm not going that route anymore. I'm not going that way in my life. I'm not doing that." And I understood, and I caught it really quick. I thought, "Oh, she ain't the one to be played with." You're missing the. A lot of people miss the point. They think, oh, it's so nice. Yeah. I see the nice, but I also caught the. I also caught that woman ain't the one to be played with. You don't mess that up. Don't misconstrue. A lot of people don't catch that. All right, let's 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 throw some let's throw some cruise talk in there because I did say this is the subject, cruise talk this morning. Hey, good morning, Frugal Moms, and good morning, Associate Minister. Um, and I said all that to say this. I done been through so much, and including being this truck driver. We've made jokes of it being nasty and stanky and everything else. But guess what? That experience would have helped me. I don't know if you guys heard about it. It's a cruise that happened not a couple of years ago, but I think it was like 2008 or whatever. Carnival. It was called the infamous poop cruise. It's called the infamous poop cruise because what happened is on one of the Carnival ships, their engines went down, and on a cruise ship, I understand. They One of the cruise ships, the engines went down, and they were dead in the water for days. And of the stuff, including going to the bathroom, the toilets were backed up. They were having people go to the bathroom in plastic bags and all of this other stuff. This is the funny part about that. As an over-the-road truck driver, yes, sticky booty confessions. As an over-the-road truck driver, I go through that crap right now. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm scared after COVID. I have a hidden fear of going to the bathroom in truck stops because I know thousands of male booties have touched that toilet stool that I have to sit on every day, and they're not the cleanest. And the truck stop bathrooms are not. Yeah, the truck stop bathrooms are not cleanly, and it's disgusting, and it's I'm especially after COVID, I'm terrified of it. And I know that sounds goofy, but I'm terrified of it. That's why I got a portable in my truck. But there's other things, I have a portable urinal. I know y'all want to hear about that, but I go to the bathroom in that and chuck it out the window. A lot of truck drivers put it in, go to the bathroom and soda bottles, um, uh, those bigger things, and they chuck everything out the window, and that's wrong. you know. And I'm saying that to say this: if I got stuck on a boat that's not going anywhere, I know how to survive that and not be and not and not think it's nasty. I'm actually, what do you call it? Constipated. I don't go to the bathroom, and especially on a cruise. On a 7-day cruise, I might go to the do a number two once, possibly twice. And I was wondering, what are they putting in the food that makes me so constipated? You know, because now when we go on cruises, I take uh um um the those, not the pills, but the, what do you call that, the fiber pills. And when I go on cruises, I start taking fiber pills days before to keep the system moving. I keep the days before to keep the system moving. Um, Even though I am big, I only eat once a day. I only eat once a day. But when I do go, I know this sounds nasty, but when I do go, like, phew, when it's time, it's a good, it's a good one. And it's probably because of I don't know. I don't know. I might ask the doctor what's going on because I'm not bloated. You know what I mean? I might ask the doctor, but I said that to say this: all of the stuff that I do as a truck driver, I would have initiated on a ship. I would initiate it on the ship. Everybody, oh my God, it was so horrible. I'd be like, look, babe, all right, here's what we're gonna do. If you gotta go, go here. Anything else, we gotta put it in this container. We're gonna transfer this container, and we chucking it overboard, cause or we're gonna find a way to get rid of this. You know. And they said, well, go in the shower. And everybody's like, oh, that's so disgusting. Well, it just happens. It just happens. It's because you say if the world came to an end, because we always talk about World War III and all this stuff, and it's coming. Half of y'all gonna be worried about how am I gonna take a shower instead of worrying about surviving. You know what I'm saying? Half of y'all worrying about, oh my God, that's disgusting, instead of surviving. What if there was nothing else to eat other than a slug? I would have the hot sauce, the salt and pepper, and the slap your mama seasoning, and then me and Mr. Slug gonna be delicious. Y'all would last longer, the gardeners, because you guys y'all got all those vegetables and stuff. Y'all would last longer. But a lot of oh my God, that's so disgusting. But it's still the truth. Give me a few days, but you getting eaten. But you see what I'm saying? Oh, and see, me being a cruiser, I knew about Carnival's poop cruise. I knew that they bought. What they did was, after that went down, they brought that ship in, redid it, and changed the name. I think it was the Triumph, and they changed the name and changed it to the Sunrise, the Carnival Sunrise, and it's still in service today. It's still in service to this day. And see, a lot of people are not realizing, because Carnival is a multi-billion-dollar entity, and now that they know, they are the highest grossing cruise ship company right now. They're making changes. A lot of their changes are um, geared to coming back to mainstream. They have been low priced for a long time. And everybody says it's a ghetto cruise, but no, you just see a lot of black people, but there's a lot of Caucasian, a lot of everybody else there. I've seen middle more farmers from the middle of the country, and you tell these are farmers. You could tell these country folk. You could tell these guys not to be messed with, because they're in the hot tub with the baseball cap on and the fish hook. They got the fish hook. When you see them and they're in the hot tub with the kids jumping around the baseball cap, they're not to be messed with. These are the guys that have finally took a vacation from the farm. These are the guys that lift those big 50-pound bags of seed, the 100-pound bales of hay. They mess with the cows and the bull. If they gonna mess with a bull, you think they scared of you? And they just want to be left alone. And they'll be out there doing the wobble and all this other stuff, and they'll be like, "Well, it ain't country, but I'm like, I'm gonna do it too." And they just want to be left alone. And you talk with them. I've talked with many. Hey, this is welcome to Carnival. This your first cruise? Yeah, it's my first cruise. Hey, don't do this, do this, do this. Do you see what I'm saying? And you go, oh, thank you, appreciate it. Watch out for this, this, and this. Go over to the guy's burger joint. That's it. But a lot of YNs, because of TikTok, because of YouTube, and other stuff. Yeah, exactly. But the other stuff, they bring that same mentality of where they're from. Because I was watching a video yesterday. The lady said right before a fight started, this guy stepped on my sneakers. You on a cruise ship, bro. You in a crowded, you know, you're on a crowded, uh, you're on a cruise ship. You're in a crowded club, and you about to get into a fight over that. And now they sent out a list of, you do a list, you're going to get kicked off. You're going to get put off the next stop. Avid cruisers know that this is what's going to happen. Doesn't matter what cruise ship. That Italian captain going to say, "Nah, put them off my boat." But Carnival has finally came up and said, "Look, we at the top of our game right now, and we need to start making changes." They have decided, and on many cruises out of Miami, there's no more rap being played. I don't care. I noticed they stopped playing Caribbean music on the top deck. I want to hear more Bob Marley. I want to hear more reggae. I want to hear more, the guy with the metal it ain't tambourine, but the metal drum. Because I'm going to the Caribbean. This is what I want to hear. They done ran that stupid where them fans at to the ground. They done ran that to the ground. They're running themselves out of where that's supposed to be at, which is the trail rides. Check the video. The trail rides where the guys that are bringing their horses out on the trail ride, they're upset because people are coming there, shooting up the place, overcrowding them. They can't let their children run around. They can't let their children do the they're letting their children do. They can't let their children run. And then, oh, there's horse doo-doo. Well, your dance is supposed to be a trail ride dance. Where you think is at the trail ride? Horses on the cruise ships. Let's use some common sense. If you're gonna get into, let's take this excursion. We ride horses along the beach, and the horses walk in the water. Horses do every 5 minutes. So if you're gonna go walking in, a horse gonna walk in the water, guess what's gonna be floating in the water? Dodo. Let's go swim with the pigs. What? Guess what's gonna be floating in the water? Oh, I went on this skirt. It was so horrible. You didn't use no common sense. You didn't use no common sense. Some people go to these clubs on the cruise. Anyone that goes to the comedy club on a cruise, you know not to sit in the front row. Anyone that goes to the comedy club, period, you know not to sit in the front row. Why? Because they are looking to make fun of you. So if you got a short fuse, you don't need to be sitting in the front row. It's okay. Thanks for coming by, Cricket. You don't need to be sitting in the front row. I've seen many of videos where the person's upset and they try to confront the comedian. Half these comedians are not mainline. They're not mainline. They're not mainline comedians. They're comedians heading off to the sunset, or they're just starting out. Do you see what I'm saying? But you say something goofy, they're coming to you, and then now you get in an argument on a cruise ship because you don't know how to act. And see, here's the thing. My peeps. I'm not saying anybody else. My peeps. What happened? What happened to the days where you actually put some clothes on? What happened to the days where you actually get dressed up. You on vacation, but you walking around with a bonnet on your head and pajamas. Really? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And people are looking at you, and the racist people are you they prime target. You they prime target. Look at this ghetto. Look. See, told you it was ghetto. Told you it was ghetto. Told you it was ghetto. And the other one's going. I make it make sense. Now folks are getting mad. Well, they're taking away rap. They actually are implementing. Uh, they're implementing a dress code. There was a video where a guy got confronted in the club because his shirt was open. Now, you got to button that up. They're implementing a dress code. Well, that ain't right. Well, it's their $1 billion equipment. I don't care. I'm in bed anyway. This is my 10th cruise coming up. I'm going. I don't. All I want to do is have a few drinks. All I want to do is relax. All I want to do is enjoy the scenery, enjoy the ocean, enjoy the food, and have a good time. I don't want to start no fights. I don't want to be in no fights. I don't. I don't. I don't want the drama, but I just want to have a good time. I want to sit down at the table and play some spades and get beat and get beat. I want to sit back and enjoy myself. But see, right now, I got two carnival coming. One next year, which I got to start putting some money down on because I'm going to Alaska, and then the other one's going to we're going out to Australia. I'm not giving them up, and after that, I'm done. I'm moving on. Um, Virgin Voyages, they're selling those fans. They're having classes to do the trail ride dance. They're saying, look, well, come on our boat. We're gonna have a midnight party. We're gonna do this. We've got, we're doing this, this, and this. We're having a pajama party, a night pajama party. We're having this. We're gonna do that. Okay, that's where I'm heading. I've tried Royal. I'm happy with Royal. My next cruise, another one on Royal. I'm gonna be looking around. I said all that to say this: you can have fun without throwing fists and acting a complete fool. You can actually have fun with not trying to black out when you drink. I've seen people. Um, this one lady, we wasn't even on the boat long. There's just no way that woman had to be drinking before she got on the boat. She had to be drinking before she got on the boat, cause she literally. I'm gonna give y'all the technical word. She literally urinated on herself at the table behind us, and they had to take her to her room. Is that a vacation? She was that drunk. That is not a vacation. I'm happy. My wife don't like me drinking. So that keeps my level of alcohol consumption to a real minimum. And most people would be mad. Shoot, I've never been happier because I know after a certain drink, okay, this is probably the last one. This is probably the last. This is the last one for me. You know what I'm saying? This is the last one for me. I know, guys. I know I didn't give y'all the happy joy cruise conversation that normally get, but yo, it got to be talked about. It has to be brought up. Well, you don't know what you're talking about. You're right. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I have fun doing it. I don't know what I'm talking about. You're right, but I have fun doing it, and I've experienced everything y'all done did. I'm this next cruise. I'm gonna be 58 years old. I done experienced all of that mess, and at this age, look, like right now, I ain't had to get up and go to the bathroom. That's more exciting than some of the stuff y'all be thinking about. I'm drinking mushroom coffee for Pete's sake. I'm taking at my age. I'm taking oil of oregano because it's supposed to be so medicinal. You see what I'm saying? Hey, and look, I'm trying to tell the wife. We were talking about staying healthy. I said, look, at this point, I look. I want to enjoy. I want to enjoy my next cruise, and I just want to be happy. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to look for whatever cruise company is going to fit my criteria. I don't know what they are yet, but I'm going to be looking. I'm going to look and see whatever's going to be fitting my criteria for the next cruise company I will be, that will be my main cruise company. There's going to be certain criteria that I'm going to write them down. I'm going to figure them out, and I'm going to. Those are the ones that are going to. Wait, who said that? Well, well, I never said that I was smart. And I'm not saying it never happened to me. I never said I was smart. Never said it didn't. It never happened to me either. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. It's and a lot of people don't need alcohol to be happy. My wife's one of them. And guess what? Here's the thing, Minister. God knows what you need. God knew that I need a yin to my yang. I need someone that's going this that you're going to love and care about and want to be with so bad that you will respect her wishes. I was like, okay, because if you really look at it, my drinking habits was tenfold a long time ago. Now it's mediocre compared to what it used to be. I'm going to be interviewing my best friend's little sister. She started a business in a couple of days, a juicing business where she sells juices. She knows how I used to drink. You know what I mean? She knows. And God knows what you need. He's going to put it. God is going to put people in your path to slow you down. God is going to put people in your path to set you straight. God is going to put people in your path to help you rebuild. God is going to put people in the path to make you learn and get you some sense. God is going to do stuff for you that you didn't know you needed done. God is going to put you on a cruise ship if he knows that's what you need. God is going to do what God's going to do. You just got to recognize who's that blessing coming from. Who is that blessing coming from? All the stuff that you guys, you guys that you put out in the world and talk about stuff like that. These are coping mechanisms. These are enjoyment things that you want everybody to know what you do. These are the things that people enjoy, that put out there in the world to broadcast. Hey, look at me. These are relief valves for this crazy screwed up world. These are things that you need to do until you can do something better. And that something better is always on the horizon. That something better is always there. You just got to look for it. You see what I'm saying? That something better is always there. Yeah, that's a deep one, Mr. Terry. That's deep. That something better is always there, brother. But you just got to know how to look for it. I got something, guys, y'all know I'm always all over the place. I bought a remote control lawnmower from China. It doesn't ship for another 30 days. I'm hoping, because I've used a credit card, so I can, if this is a scam, it doesn't look like a scam, but I got bought a remote control lawnmower. But it's not your regular type of lawnmower. It's called figuring a lot of stuff. It's called a flail lawnmower. It's a different type of blade. I'm so freaking excited. I'm so freaking excited. I can't wait for it to come. And I've been checking my email. That will let you know when it ships and so forth. I'm so freaking excited. But that's one of my relief valves is working on my lawn. One of my relief valves is doing what I do and having fun doing it. Have fun doing what you do and enjoy the moment because the moment might not be there tomorrow. You know what I mean? It just might not. Have fun doing what you do. Be careful out here. Be careful on the roads. A lot of y'all are heading to work. Be careful because you don't know what's going to happen. You know, the wife was talking about, you know, some stuff that I had to let her know. Look, y'all see what I do. I'm in a. This is what I do. I could be cut off. Something could happen to me in the next 15, 20 minutes when I pull out. So I try to enjoy my life to the fullest. Always remember that. Enjoy your life to the fullest. You know, we, you come on, y'all hear me complain, bitch, and moan, but I'm gonna enjoy myself on my next cruise. I'm gonna enjoy myself when I go home. I'm 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 going to enjoy myself working in the lawn. I got the heat has come. So I got to turn on the remote for the backyard to start watering the backyard. I got to start leveling out the backyard because all of that wood chips and stuff is starting to break down. I got to solidify the yard, so I got to start putting some sand in the backyard. I got to buy stuff but that's for people that be aggravated. I'm excited. I got to stay an extra day. My check's gonna be crappy next week, but I stay an extra day because we're getting our front door replaced. But these are stuff. This is life. This is stuff I was never used to dealing with, but I'm going to figure it out, and I have a wonderful partner to figure it out with. This is life, and this is a part of it. Make life your day. Make life your enjoyment. Make life a wonderful thing to live. And when you figure stuff out, make a video about it and tell us so we can know, hey, well, Crooked Peach did this. Hey, Wellness Frugal Mama did this. Hey, Deacon did this. Hey, Mike's Chaotic Garden did this. Make a video about it. Tell us about it. We might learn something. I'm always learning something from you guys. You might learn something. And there's nothing wrong with learning. Don't you think? All right, guys. I done flipped off with the gums for a good almost an hour. You know, I'm talking about. I talk about I don't go to the bathroom much, but I feel a number two coming on. I feel a number two coming on. To be honest with you, when I go home, I'm gonna give me a big old uh, uh, quart of prune juice. And, hey, you know what? For all you health nuts, I'm gonna talk to the wife. I was watching this thing. I think I'm gonna get one of. I think I'm gonna do the what do they call it, colonic, where they clean you out, clean your insides out. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna talk to the wife and say, hey, let's make an appointment. I'm gonna make an appointment to do that because they say if you do that water where they put the hose up in you and get all that water out, you might lose. It'll be more of a digestion process and cleaning and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do it. I don't want to look. They got a clear tube to the left where you can see what's coming out of you. I don't want to see what's coming out of me. But I think it's like $75 or something like that. I think I'm gonna do that. I wanted to do it, but I was a little scared. But hey. Well, might need to might need because might have all that years of plaque up in you that you need to get the walls cleaned out. I'm just saying. All right. I know I'm flapping off in the gums. All right, guys. Coming up next, Wellness from Frugal Mama. Get your workout on, positive affirmations, and fashion sense. Eddie Lugo Studios, cruising is fun anytime. Go live with us. Go live together. Go live together. I gotta write that down because I know I'm getting it wrong. At 9 o'clock, and Miss T with T at 9:15. And guys, as always, hey Mike, nobody said I was gonna say something, say something polite, but I'm saying something to help you out. As always, guys, you don't think nobody loves you, know that I love you. God loves you. Y'all have a blessed day. Don't be stressed. Don't be stressed. Oh God, I got the giggles now. I'll see